Now, the United Nations General Assembly adopted by a consensus a resolution requesting an advisory opinion of the International Court of Justice on the obligations of states in respect of climate change. The resolution was drafted by Vanuatu and inspired by Pacific Island law students that want the international legal system to deliver climate justice. Let's have more details of that in this report by Yahya Jammeh.
The resolution asks the International Court of Justice to clarify states' obligations regarding climate change, including their human rights obligations to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. The resolution also asks the court for guidance on questions of accountability for states that have caused significant harm to the climate, including concerning small island states, people, and individuals adversely affected by climate change. Before the adoption, the United Nations Secretary-General Antonio Guterres made his remarks in the General Assembly Hall. Guterres said that ICJ's opinion will lead the General Assembly to take strict actions on climate change.
Climate justice is both a moral imperative and a prerequisite for effective global climate action. The climate crisis can only be overcome through cooperation between peoples, cultures, nations, generations. But festering climate injustice feeds divisions and threatens to paralyze global climate action.
I take it that the Assembly decides to adopt draft resolution A/77/L58.
In 2021, Vanuatu announced its intention to seek an ICJ advisory opinion. Since then, Vanuatu built a core group of 18 countries to join its bid, including Angola, Bangladesh, Morocco, Mozambique, and other countries. Meanwhile, after the adoption of the resolution, the Prime Minister of Vanuatu, Alitua Ismail Kalsakau, said the resolution is not a silver bullet, but a tool to make an important contribution to climate change, climate action, and the Paris Agreement.
The legal questions contained in the draft resolution represent a careful balance achieved after extensive consultations whilst safeguarding its integrity. At the heart of the question is a desire to further strengthen our collective efforts to deal with climate change, give climate justice the importance it deserves, and bring the entirety of international law to bear on this unprecedented challenge. We believe that the ICJ can do this.
Solomon Yehu, who is representing the Pacific Island students fighting climate change, told reporters that the move by the students looks optimistically towards the future.
Young people, of course, standing across everywhere, joining hands with the Pacific Island students, as well as young people has been focusing on the campaign. We look optimistically toward the future, especially to the second phase, where the matter will then refer to the court and initiate the court proceedings. We hope to see that young people's voices, as well as voices of other vulnerable groups across the world, can be represented truthfully and meaningfully at the International Court of Justice.
The International Court of Justice accepts requests for advisory opinions on questions of international law from certain UN bodies, including the General Assembly. The General Assembly submits its request to the ICJ through a formal resolution. Though the ICJ's advisory opinions are non-binding, they can carry great moral and legal authority and can ultimately become part of customary international law, which is legally binding on states. Supporters of the initiative hope that the ICJ's advisory opinion will direct countries to strengthen their domestic climate policies by reducing greenhouse gas emissions and catalyze more ambitious cooperation on climate change among states to protect the rights of at-risk populations in the countries most affected by the climate crisis. Reporting for Eyeafrica News, I am Yahya Jammeh.